Hey everybody, Randy Patterson here with Boomerosity, and boy, did I have a fun little chat that I'd like to share with you. If you recall, about a year ago, I interviewed a beautiful young lady by the name of Emily Ann Roberts. You'll remember her from The Voice and being part of Blake Shelton's team, and she is just really doing great work in the country music scene and is recording great music, still working with Blake. In fact, in 2025, she is embarking on a tour with Blake, hitting all sorts of towns across the U.S. And if you love country music like I do, then you're going to definitely want to catch that tour and catch that show where she's opening for about 30 minutes each show with for Blake Shelton. And she's also got new music coming out. She's got a single that just popped out called Easy Does It. And as I said before in my last interview, I consider her the next Dolly Parton, and that is not hyperbole. I'm not trying to falsely gin things up. I believe it. If you hear her, if you hear her spirit, the way she comes across, her vibe, as well as the kinds of songs she records, you'll get what I'm saying. And Dolly's still with us, but nobody's with us forever. And it's great if someone can take up the mantle. And I think Emily Ann Roberts is that person for Dolly Parton. So give this interview a listen. Please look up Blake's tour to see where he's coming by. And if you don't already have tickets, get them because he's going to put on a great show. And Emily Ann is going to open for him, and she does a great show as well. I've seen her perform. A lot of fun to watch her perform and the kind of music she does. So without any further ado, here is my second chat with Emily Ann Roberts. Until next time, this is Randy Patterson with Boomerosity. Take care. Hello, Emily. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I sure can. Where are you dialing in from?
I am at home this morning in Nashville.
Oh, alrighty. Well, did you get iced in?
No, thankfully we're not iced in. We woke up yesterday to a bunch of snow, but it seems to have all melted. So
Yeah.
I actually haven't been outside. It might be ice out there.
Well, we're iced in here in Sevierville, and you know how that can be since you're from around here. So
Yes.
it's I'm on top of a hill. I don't think I'll be getting down for a couple of days. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. So
Yes, it always is when it
yeah.
snows in East Tennessee. So,
Yeah. Well, hey, it's been a while, and it's good to hear your voice again. And I just wanted to touch base with you quickly, and I'm grateful that Zach set this up for us. Thanks for taking the time to be willing to do that. But
oh,
I
of
heard your new
course.
song and saw that you're touring with Blake again, so I thought we'd catch up with you on that and let you tell both the local folks and the global Boomerosity viewership and listenership about your new song, the album that'll be coming up later, and this tour with Blake.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for having me on and always being so supportive of me and my music. It means so much to me. Um, we had a big week last week. I released a new single. It's called Easy Does It. And I love the song so much. And it's been really, really neat to see folks make it their own. You know, the songs always mean something specific to me when I write them and when I sing them, but it never fails to amaze me when I put them out online and into the world and I play them live at shows, how folks make them their own and they relate to them because of their specific life experiences and stories and memories. And it seems like folks have really grabbed a hold of this one and made it their own. And that's been really neat to see. But it's all about how a lot of times as women, we feel like love should be, this roller coaster of highs and lows. And maybe that's thanks to movies and TV shows and on again, off again relationships, but that's seems to be what we gravitate towards. And then when we find somebody that uh is loving and trustworthy and faithful, we're like, is something wrong here? It almost raises a red flag because it's so easy. And uh, I know that's how I felt when I met my husband.
Mhm.
And I think that's how a lot of women feel after they've gone through traumatic relationships. When they actually find the good ones, it's kind of scary because they're used to the turmoil. So, anyways, that's kind of what this song is about. And it's been really, really neat to hear people talk about their previous relationships and how they're now with the person that really makes love easy and how grateful they are for that. So that's been really neat to see.
Well, I told you the last time we spoke that I feel that you're the next Dolly Parton because of your voice, your songs, and your attitude. And you know what? I'm standing by that statement. I think it's very true, and I hope that if 20 years from now, if I'm still around, I can look back and tell everybody I told them so. So
Well, I hope so too. I hope so too. Man, I love being compared to her because she is one of my biggest influences and she's just incredible. So thank you so much.
And when I say that, I don't mean to imply that you're trying to sound like her. I think you're your own person. You have your own sound and your own
Mhm.
temperament about things, but there's a lot of similarities there that I think are good. And I wish more people would emulate because she's a great person. So,
Absolutely. Well,
yeah.
thank you.
Is this song going to be part of an album or an EP, or what can we expect after this single?
Well, I can say that you can expect a lot more music. I have got
Good.
more music coming down the line, and you can definitely expect a full album down the road, which is crazy. I worked so hard and so long on my first record, and now it feels like this second record, everything's fallen into place so much more quickly.
Mhm.
And it's been kind of crazy for me to wrap my head around. But I've recorded a lot of new music. I'm actually going to be in the studio finishing up that record this week, which is wild. And so I'm excited about this next project. I think that, um, with your first one, you're a little bit more nervous because you're making your first impression, and everybody gets a little bit more timid and nervous with the first impression. But now that I've done that and I've gotten that out of the way, I feel like I'm more free to just lean even more into what I want to say and what I stand for. And I feel like there's not as many rules with the second record, and that's been really inspiring and fun to get to work on. So I'm so excited for folks to hear the new music.
We're looking forward to it. Now you're going to be touring with Blake again. You and Blake get along pretty well. He's been a big fan of yours from day one and has helped you out a lot. What can fans expect from this tour? And what's he like to tour with? Do you get to see him much? Because I know a lot of times when I talk to acts that are touring with other acts, sometimes it's a deal where they never see each other or rarely do. As you know, cross
Mhm.
loadings taking place backstage and such. Do you guys get to see each other much? And what's it like touring with them?
Well, we do get to see each other quite a bit. I mean, I have opened up for plenty of folks that I never even get to meet. So that
Wow.
is definitely a normal thing in this industry.
Mm.
But Blake is so kind and so supportive. And I do get to see him quite a bit when we're on tour together. And I'll tell you, last year being on the Back to the Honky Tonk tour, it was a dream come true. I mean, I never wanted it to end. I cried and cried when that tour ended because it was so much fun and the crowds were so great and everybody's teams were so great. It was just I mean, a once in a lifetime experience. Some people only get that opportunity one time, and I tried to soak it all up as if that would be the only time, and so I wouldn't take anything for granted. But I was just thrilled when he asked me to come out for the Friends and Heroes tour this year, and we are hitting a lot of really, really neat places. Some places that I've never played before, but then other places that I have played a whole bunch. And one of those being my hometown. We are getting to
Mhm.
play at Thompson Bowling Arena in
Yep.
Knoxville, which is wild because that is like, I mean, other than when folks sing it nailing, but Thompson Bowling is like the concert venue in East Tennessee. And
Yep.
so it just is crazy to think that I'm going to finally get to sing there myself. I remember the first concert I ever went there. I won tickets calling into WIVK in Knoxville,
Yep.
and I got to see Brad Paisley and Scotty McCreery and
Wow.
the band Perry. And I stood in line to get my ticket signed by the band Perry after the show. They were doing, meet and greets, and so
Mhm.
Anyways, it's wild to think that now all these years later I'm going to get to play there, and so that's going to be a really special night. And not only is of course Blake a part of this tour, but he's bringing all of his friends and heroes out. So Dina Carter, Trace Adkins, Craig Morgan, they're all a part of the show too. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting to hang out with them a little bit and get to know them better. And this year we're doing something really special. We're doing my first ever VIP experience.
Oh.
And I'm excited about that. People can buy tickets for that on my website,
Mhm.
but it's for the Blake Tour only. And um, it's going to be a very intimate performance from me and a Q&A session. They get exclusive merch. We get to get pictures made together, signed photos. And I'm really, really excited because, my set when I open up for Blake is only about 30 minutes.
Right.
And so this gives me an opportunity to play some of the songs that I'm not able to play in my full set and do them acoustic um, with folks right there backstage before the
Right.
show. So I'm really excited to implement that. And I think that we'll make a lot of fun memories
Yeah, for
there as
sure.
well.
Well, I'm hoping to catch your Knoxville show as well. If I can make the arrangements, I'm going to do it. But I remember seeing you at the Bijou when you did your CD release party. Gosh, when was that? A year or two ago? I can't
Yes,
remember. I think it's about a
that
year ago.
it was about a year ago.
Yeah, yeah. So the place was packed, and it was all friends and what is I forget what the place holds. What about 900 people? So 900 of your
Yes.
closest and dearest friends, right? So
That's what it felt like. It was amazing. That night was so special to me. And we're already planning some more headlining shows of mine in East Tennessee. So we're excited to announce those soon as well.
well, you got anything else planned for 2025? You got the album you're working on, more touring, anything else happening?
Yes. Well, I actually am doing some really fun stuff, collaborations with friends this year. One of my good buddies in country music is Alex Miller,
Hmm.
and we have been writing together and working on a bunch of uh, music for each other's projects or just for other folks. We just love to write and hang out, and he's just a hoot. And so, anyways, we ended up writing a song with Bill White called More Country Than You, and Alex wanted to put it on his project, and he asked me to sing on it with him. And so that duet actually comes out this Friday, the 24th.
Oh,
And
fun.
so that's really fun too. You spend so much time working on your own project, but it's neat when your peers ask you to be a part of theirs. So
Yeah.
that's another fun thing that's coming up that I'm excited about.
Well, you mentioned Bill White. I've never spoken with him, but we're Facebook friends, and I see his posts, and there's been a lot of times I've just laughed out loud seeing what he's posted. He posted one this morning about the Carolinas. It was kind of interesting. He took a picture of a place to gas up. I won't go into it. You'll just have to look it up yourself. But it's one of those kind. But
I know
I,
everybody needs to follow Bill. He is a hoot as well.
I think because of this interview now, I mean, I friended him just because I knew I wanted to talk to him, but now I'm going to or at least I'm going to ask if we can do an interview together because he just seems like a great guy and funny and,
Yes,
just
y'all
knows
need
how
to
to
do
make people
that.
laugh.
Absolutely.
But well, Emily, this has been great. I always love talking with you. I think Zach and I are working on another special thing for later on down the road for hometown folks here. But I wanted to talk to you this time so we can get the word out about your show with Blake next month. It's January now, so I think you guys are what towards the end of February, isn't it, in Knoxville?
Yes, February 28th at Thompson
Okay.
Bowling Arena. Yes.
Well, if I can make it happen, I'm going to try to catch that show because I'd really love to see it. And I know you're going to continue to just do great and phenomenal things. You're definitely blessed, and I look forward to having a lot more conversations with you in the future.
Oh, I look forward to that too. Thank you so much. It's always so good to talk with you.
Well, likewise, and stay safe, stay warm, and stay healthy.
You too. We'll
All
see
right,
you
we'll talk to
soon.
you next time. Take
All
care.
right.
Bye
Bye.
bye.